Dreaming of the playoffs, the Golden State Warriors have made two significant changes to their roster as they continue their pursuit of a deep postseason run. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Since the arrival of Jimmy Butler, the Warriors have appeared to transform into a different team, much to the delight of their fanbase. The energy and optimism that Butler brings to the locker room are evident, and it's clear that his presence has injected new life into the squad. Coach Steve Kerr, who has been at the helm of the Warriors for several years now, has openly acknowledged the impact of Butler's addition on the team. In a recent interview, Kerr shared his thoughts on the trade and the ripple effect it's had on the team dynamic. "You have to say goodbye to players you love, then welcome a new guy, and feel a burst of energy that could possibly bring the season back to life," Kerr said, reflecting on the inevitable changes every NBA team faces when a new player arrives and the roster reshapes itself. The sense of renewal is palpable in the Warriors' locker room as they set their sights on climbing up the standings in the highly competitive Western Conference. The Warriors, currently holding the 6th seed in the West, are a team with championship aspirations, but they know that it takes more than just star power to achieve greatness. They need depth, they need consistency, and most importantly, they need players who are willing to buy into the team-first mentality. Kerr has been working tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure that his roster is balanced and ready for whatever challenges lie ahead. With the playoffs on the horizon, every decision counts, and Kerr is committed to putting the best possible squad on the floor every night. One of the latest moves the Warriors made was converting Pat Spencer's contract from a two-way deal to a standard contract. This change marks a significant step in Spencer's development as a player, allowing him to fully integrate with the main roster and contribute to the team's success in a more substantial way. Spencer had been playing on a two-way contract, which meant he split his time between the Warriors and their G League affiliate. But with this transition, Spencer is now officially a full-time member of the Warriors, and the franchise is hopeful that he can add depth to their already talented roster. Spencer's work ethic and contributions have not gone unnoticed by the coaching staff, especially by Steve Kerr. "Pat is a great teammate, a hard worker, and obviously a good athlete with a lacrosse background," Kerr said, noting Spencer's strong physical presence and competitive drive. The coach recalled Spencer's transition from lacrosse to basketball, a testament to the athlete's versatility and ability to adapt. "He's always been a tough player, and he's proven that he's more than capable of thriving at the highest level of competition," Kerr continued. While basketball and lacrosse are vastly different sports, Spencer's lacrosse background has contributed to his ability to think quickly on his feet and his tough, relentless mentality. What stands out about Spencer, however, is his unflappable confidence. Despite being relatively new to the NBA scene, Spencer never hesitates when called upon to contribute. Kerr has repeatedly shown his trust in Spencer, calling upon him in critical moments throughout games. "He's not afraid. Every time I put him in the game, I feel confident about my choice," Kerr admitted, adding that Spencer's calm demeanor under pressure is a valuable asset to the Warriors. Spencer's ability to stay poised in high-stakes situations speaks volumes about his mental toughness, a trait that has endeared him to both his teammates and the coaching staff. Kerr, who has led the Warriors to multiple championships, knows a thing or two about what it takes to win at the highest level. He sees a lot of potential in Spencer and believes that the young guard has the tools necessary to make a real impact on the Warriors' playoff run. "I'm a big fan of Pat, and he's really brought grit and energy to the bench every day. His work ethic is contagious, and he's a great guy to have in the locker room," Kerr said. "That kind of energy is invaluable, especially for a team with championship aspirations. Players like Spencer, who bring intensity, commitment, and a willingness to do whatever it takes for the team to succeed, are the glue that holds championship contenders together." But Spencer's move to a full-time contract is only one part of the Warriors' ongoing roster adjustments. The team also signed Braxton Key to a two-way contract to fill the spot left vacant by Spencer's promotion. Key, a versatile forward with the ability to play both in the NBA and the G League, will provide the Warriors with added depth as they make a final push toward the playoffs. Key's contract allows him to split time between the Warriors and the Santa Cruz Warriors, the team's G League affiliate, giving him the opportunity to develop while also staying with the big club. This flexibility is essential for the Warriors, who need all hands on deck as they aim for the postseason. The two-way contract system allows teams to maintain a deeper pool of talent, with players spending time in both the NBA and G League depending on the team's needs. For a team like the Warriors, who are loaded with star power but also require solid bench contributions, having players like Key and Spencer in the fold is a strategic move. These players can provide much-needed minutes and production when called upon, and their familiarity with the G League ensures they stay sharp and ready for NBA action. With the Warriors' playoff hopes still very much alive, every roster decision will have a ripple effect that could determine the team's fate. In terms of Spencer's performance on the court, his numbers may not jump off the page, but his impact is felt in ways that statistics alone cannot quantify. In his limited minutes, Spencer has averaged 2.8 points, 1.4 rebounds, and 1.3 assists, but his real value lies in his hustle, defense, and energy. Kerr has emphasized that Spencer's presence on the floor is felt far beyond what shows up in the box score. He's a guy who plays hard every possession, competes relentlessly, and does the little things that contribute to a team's success. That's exactly the kind of player the Warriors need as they work toward achieving their ultimate goal of winning another championship. Steve Kerr has always been a master at finding ways to get the most out of his roster, and Spencer's promotion to a standard contract is just another example of his ability to maximize the potential of every player. Kerr's leadership and ability to identify talent have been crucial to the Warriors' sustained success over the years, and his faith in Spencer speaks volumes about the culture he's cultivated in Golden State. As the Warriors continue to chase their playoff dreams, all eyes will be on how these roster moves pan out. Will Pat Spencer's increased role elevate the Warriors' bench depth? Can Braxton Key provide the spark the team needs down the stretch? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure. The Golden State Warriors are a team on a mission, and every player, no matter their role, will be crucial in the pursuit of another championship. With the energy of Jimmy Butler and the grit of players like Spencer, the Warriors are poised to make a deep playoff run. The journey is just beginning, and the stakes couldn't be higher. After the Warriors secured a crucial victory over the New York Knicks, Draymond Green made some remarks about Karl-Anthony Towns, suggesting that Towns avoided playing due to Jimmy Butler's presence in the building. However, after the truth came to light, Green quickly issued an apology, realizing that his comments had been misinformed and insensitive to Towns' personal situation. On Tuesday, March 4th, the New York Knicks faced off against the Golden State Warriors, but unfortunately for the Knicks, they suffered yet another tough loss at Madison Square Garden. This defeat marked their 10th loss in the last 11 games played in the iconic arena against Stephen Curry's Warriors. Despite the game's importance, one notable absence was that of Karl-Anthony Towns, the Knicks star center. Towns did not play in this game, citing personal reasons as the cause for his absence. This missing piece didn't go unnoticed, and in the post-game podcast, Draymond Green, known for his fiery personality and candid remarks, took a shot at Towns. Green, perhaps jokingly, stated, "Some might say he didn't play because Jimmy was in the building." He then went on to further tease, saying, "KAT didn't play because Jimmy showed up in town." Green was clearly alluding to the infamous tension and fallout between Jimmy Butler and Karl-Anthony Towns during their time together with the Minnesota Timberwolves. The backstory here is well known among basketball fans. During the 2017 to 2018 season, Butler's relationship with Towns, along with other Timberwolves teammates, deteriorated. The friction between Butler and Towns eventually led to Butler demanding a trade from the Timberwolves in early 2018, with the drama reportedly reaching a boiling point where the two players even got into a physical altercation during a practice. That incident ultimately marked the beginning of Butler's departure from the Timberwolves, and it set the stage for his later move to the Philadelphia 76ers. Green's comments were aimed at bringing up that past drama, trying to lighten the mood with a joke. However, the situation became a bit more serious once the true reason behind Towns' absence was revealed. After the game, Towns' girlfriend shared on social media that Towns had taken some time off to grieve the loss of a close friend, who had passed away after a battle with cancer. This tragic revelation painted a very different picture than the one Green had jokingly suggested. Upon learning of Towns' situation, Draymond Green quickly apologized, acknowledging that his initial remarks had been in poor taste and were based on rumors he had heard. "What I said was in the context of, 'Hey, this is what I've heard,'" Green explained, addressing the misunderstanding. "It was not meant to be disrespectful, and I sincerely apologize for not knowing the full story." Green, ever the competitor and leader, made sure to reach out to Towns personally, offering his condolences and expressing support for him and his family. He stated, "I've got nothing but respect for Karl-Anthony Towns, and I hope he and his loved ones find peace and strength during this difficult time." Towns, who has since returned to action for the Knicks, spoke out about his absence in the days following the loss of his close friend. "I needed to be there for my family and for the children who lost someone very special," he said. "It was an extremely tough time, and I had to step away from basketball for a few days to be there for them." Towns rejoined the Knicks lineup and made his return against the Los Angeles Lakers. However, His performance was not up to his usual high standards. Despite being one of the frontrunners for MVP this season, Towns struggled, scoring just 12 points on 3-for-13 shooting from the field during the game. In 42 minutes of play, he seemed out of rhythm, and his performance was far from what fans have come to expect from one of the best centers in the league. "I wasn't myself tonight, but I'm thankful for the support of my teammates and the Knicks organization," Towns admitted after the game. "Basketball is important, but there are moments in life that remind you what matters most. My mind and heart were elsewhere during that game, but I'll keep pushing forward." As for the Knicks, despite Towns' return, they have continued to face a tough stretch of games. Their next matchup is set for the early hours of Friday into Saturday, where they will face off against the Los Angeles Clippers. The game will be broadcast exclusively on NBA League Pass, and fans will be watching closely to see how the Knicks, with Towns back in action, will perform against another top-tier team in the Western Conference. For Draymond Green, this situation has also served as a reminder about the responsibility that comes with being in the public eye. While Green is known for his candidness and sometimes controversial remarks, he has also shown time and again that he is willing to take accountability when he steps over the line. Green has built a reputation as a fiery competitor on the court, but also as someone who values respect for his fellow players and the game itself. "I've been around the league long enough to know that sometimes words can get taken the wrong way," Green said after his apology. "I just want to make sure that I always respect my peers, especially when they're going through something personal like this." The incident between Green and Towns highlights the challenges athletes face in balancing their public personas with the private struggles they may be dealing with off the court. The story also serves as a reminder of how important it is to be cautious with words, especially when discussing something as sensitive as the personal lives and losses of fellow players. As for the New York Knicks, they will be looking to bounce back from their recent struggles, hoping that Towns' return can inject some much-needed energy and leadership into their lineup. The team has shown flashes of brilliance throughout the season, and with Towns back in the mix, they are hopeful that they can make a push for the playoffs as the regular season nears its conclusion. However, Towns' return to full form may take some time as he continues to grieve and regain his rhythm on the court. For now, the Knicks' eyes are set on their upcoming game against the Clippers, where they hope to make a statement and prove that they are still a contender in the Eastern Conference. With Towns back in action, it will be interesting to see how the team continues to evolve and respond to the challenges ahead. In the meantime, Draymond Green and Karl-Anthony Towns have both learned valuable lessons from this situation, with Green taking accountability for his comments and Towns demonstrating the importance of family and emotional well-being during challenging times. Could the Golden State Warriors be gearing up for an exciting off-season move that brings Stephen Curry back together with a familiar face, boosting their title hopes for the future? There have been growing rumors swirling around the NBA about potential moves the Warriors could make to retool their roster, and one of the most intriguing possibilities is a reunion between Curry and Klay Thompson, the four-time NBA champion guard who has been an iconic part of the team's success. Buddy Hield has shown glimpses of brilliance from beyond the arc this season, but he has struggled with consistency in recent months. The sharp shooting guard was on fire in the early part of the season, shooting 50% from three-point range in October and 41.4% in November. However, since December, Hield's shooting percentages have dropped significantly, raising questions about his ability to consistently contribute to a team that thrives on three-point shooting. His inability to find a consistent rhythm has left many wondering whether he's truly the right fit for the Warriors' high-octane, perimeter-based offense. If Hield can't get his shooting back on track, the Warriors might look to one of the most successful and well-known shooters in NBA history, Klay Thompson. Despite some doubts about his return, the idea of Thompson rejoining the Warriors is still a possibility, especially in light of recent struggles within the Dallas Mavericks. Although it seems unlikely at first glance, the uncertainty surrounding Thompson's future with the Mavericks could open the door for the Warriors to bring back their franchise icon, who has spent the majority of his career in Golden State and won 4 championships alongside Curry. Peter O'Keefe from Blue Man who pointed out the challenges Thompson might be facing in Dallas and how this could influence his future. He wrote, "Does Thompson want to stick around with a team whose dream hasn't quite come true, partly because of their own doing?" The Mavericks have faced a tumultuous season, and it's clear that things haven't gone according to plan for the franchise. With Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving still struggling to find the right chemistry, the Mavericks' playoff aspirations have been underwhelming at best. Meanwhile, the Warriors are showing signs of life as they push toward a playoff spot. With Curry continuing to perform at an MVP level and the team gaining momentum, a reunion with Thompson could make perfect sense. While his time in Dallas hasn't been flawless, Thompson still remains one of the best shooters in the league and could be a major asset for the Warriors as they look to make another championship run. O'Keefe elaborated, "For the Warriors, Thompson could still be an important player, helping them push toward a playoff spot. He could even be an upgrade over Hield, given that he's shooting 40.2% from deep on 7.8 attempts per game with Dallas this season. Those numbers are strikingly similar to Thompson's usual production with the Warriors, and it's not hard to imagine him fitting seamlessly back into the Warriors system." Thompson, who is known for his exceptional off-the-ball movement and ability to catch and shoot with lightning speed, could provide a much-needed scoring spark to complement Curry. Thompson's legacy with the Warriors is undeniable. He's been part of one of the most successful dynasties in NBA history, winning 4 championships with the team and becoming a cornerstone of their success. His jump shot is one of the most aesthetically pleasing in the game, and his ability to catch fire from three-point range is unparalleled. But after a disappointing playoff exit last season, particularly a tough loss in the number 9 versus number 10 play-in game against the Sacramento Kings, the Warriors decided to make a change in the offseason, swapping Thompson for Buddy Hield, who was seen as a potential upgrade. However, despite the changes, Thompson's value to the Warriors remains clear. This season with the Mavericks, Thompson has averaged 14.1 points per game while shooting 41.6% from the field and 40.2% from deep. These numbers reflect his continued ability to contribute at a high level, even in a new environment. Although the Mavericks have been struggling this season, Thompson has remained a reliable source of scoring from the perimeter, which is exactly what the Warriors need as they chase another championship. Looking ahead to free agency, many insiders believe that Thompson will be one of the most sought-after players on the market. While it's unclear where he will end up, the Warriors should be keeping a close eye on his situation. Bringing Thompson back to Golden State would not only strengthen their roster, but also bring back a familiar face who knows the system inside and out. The Warriors' championship window is still open, and surrounding Curry with a proven shooter like Thompson could be the missing piece to make another title run. Thompson's return could also have a positive ripple effect throughout the entire Warriors roster. His presence on the court would provide Curry with another scoring option and a reliable shooting partner. Additionally, Thompson's defensive abilities, while sometimes underrated, would help bolster the Warriors' defense as they head into the postseason. He's always been a solid defender on the perimeter and a key part of the Warriors' defensive schemes. The Warriors' need for a player like Thompson is evident. While Buddy Hield has been an effective shooter at times this season, his inconsistency from beyond the arc makes him less reliable in high-pressure situations. In contrast, Thompson has proven time and again that he can deliver when it matters most. Whether it's hitting clutch shots in the finals or providing an offensive spark during a tough playoff run, Thompson has shown that he's built for the big stage. As the Warriors continue to push toward a playoff spot, bringing Thompson back could be the catalyst they need to make a deep postseason run. The team is already dangerous with Curry leading the charge, but adding another elite shooter and former champion to the mix would make them an even more formidable force in the Western Conference. The Warriors know what they have in Thompson, and with his experience, leadership, and championship pedigree, he could be the perfect player to help them reach the next level. In conclusion, the potential for a reunion between Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson is something that Warriors fans should definitely keep an eye on this offseason. While Thompson's time in Dallas may be coming to a close, the Warriors should seize the opportunity to bring him back to the Bay Area. With Curry and Thompson reunited once again, the Warriors would not only have one of the most potent shooting duos in NBA history, but also the experience and championship mentality needed to make another title run. As the offseason approaches and the Warriors continue to push for a playoff spot, expect to hear more rumors about the possibility of Klay Thompson returning to Golden State. It may not be the most likely move, but it's certainly one that could make all the difference as the Warriors aim for another championship.